Hi, and welcome to the Packer TV. I'm Dean Cooper.
And I'm Tamara Furlansky. Thanks for turning to us for the latest news in the produce industry.
It can be surprising what some people miss in their own backyards.
For example, local fruits and veggies can sometimes be overlooked.
And on today's show, we'll tell you about a few different local campaigns.
Here's what else is coming up.
Large avocado crop rolls on.
A traceability webcast shows support.
And garlic is growing popular. Our food service writer Ashley Bentley has found out that fast food giant McDonald's is cashing in on the local movement. The chain's Western Washington region is in the midst of a campaign launched late July meant to inform Washingtonians of the in-state origin of the apples, potatoes, fish, and milk that McDonald's sources. The From Here campaign includes TV ads and billboards throughout the western part of the state, as well as a new website with facts about the chain's use of Washington ingredients. Treetop Inc. of Selah, Washington supplied most of the 13 million pounds of apples McDonald's bought in 2009. Meanwhile, at the chain's 191 Western Washington restaurants, 88% of the apples served were grown right at home.
California's large avocado crop is progressing nicely this summer. The California Avocado Commission expects the state's growers to ship about 470 million pounds of the fruit this season. Rob Woodine, VP of Sales for Calavo Growers, says he's pleased with this year's crop.
Well, in California avocados, we're halfway through the season. Things are going great. The volume is very good right now. The quality's fantastic, great flavor. We'll be shipping at least 50% more than we did last year over the next 4 months. So very good prospects for California avocados.
California isn't the only source for avocados this summer. Florida is shipping its green skin varieties. Mexico is exporting Hass avocados, and Chilean avocados should be in good supply in the U.S. by mid-September.
We now head over to Greg Johnson, who recently moderated a roundtable focusing on advancing traceability. It turns out not all retailers do it the same way.
The produce industry remains highly skeptical of traceability, but it seems it's coming to grips with the fact that it's necessary and the government will eventually require more of it. And that's a good thing. I moderated a July 21st roundtable called Advancing Traceability, the Buyer's Perspective. Our two retail panelists, Terry Miller of Food Lion and Steve Oates of Sunflower Farmers Markets, are both taking different paths to traceability, but both stressed its importance. If you missed it live, you can view it on demand for free at thepacker.com/webcast. Back to you, Dean.
Thanks, Greg. Once again, if you missed the roundtable, head over to thepacker.com and click on the webcast tab.
You wouldn't guess America is infatuated with vampires, as garlic shippers are reporting strong sales of both imported and domestic supplies this summer. Prices were in the mid-$50 range per carton from California and mid-$40s from China, about twice what they were this time last year. Reports from China say the country has a lighter crop, which may keep the market up most of this year. China and California generally have garlic year-round, while Mexico and Argentina ship product for 3 and 6 months respectively. Patsy Ross with Christopher Ranch says fresh garlic enjoys popularity at both food service and retail.
Earlier, we told you about McDonald's in Washington jumping on the local bandwagon. Meanwhile, in California, Safeway and its Vaughn's Pavilions division are also capitalizing on the locally grown trend. Manager of Division Operations Rick Cruz and his produce staff set up booths and display tables outside Vaughn's and Pavilions stores to let shoppers see and taste locally grown fruits and vegetables. At a late July promotion at the Pavilion store in West Hollywood, locals got to taste fresh product from Kingsburg-based Kingsburg Orchards, Dulcinea Farms in Ladera Ranch, and Tutti Frutti Farms Organic Produce in Lompoc.
We have a long-standing commitment at Vaughn's Pavilions in supporting local produce. We've done 2 or 3 of these events already this year. It's great to have the farmers and growers come out, talk about their fresh produce, and again, supporting the farmers, and it helps the state of California with the economy that we have at this time.
Vaughn's Pavilions plans to put on 2 or 3 more locally grown promotions this summer.
In this week's opinion piece, Amelia Friedline talks about the produce industry combating environmental critics in the media. Take a look.
The Alliance for Food and Farming recently released a study saying the Environmental Working Group's Dirty Dozen list is bogus. But out of the 40 journalists who took part in the Alliance conference call announcing the study, CNN was the only major news outlet to report it. How's that for a quiet start? Marilyn Dolan, the Alliance's executive director, told me this was just the first step in a campaign to re-educate consumers and media about the safety of fresh produce. Fair enough, but if the Alliance wants to drown out cries of pesticides, maybe it should do some shouting of its own. I'm Amelia Friedline with the Packer Commentary.
Thanks, Amelia. It's nice seeing you on the webcast.
And we will have another thought-provoking opinion piece in our next webcast, which is only a week away.
Yeah, in the meantime, head over to the archives for any webcasts you may have missed, and of course sign up for the email alert to be reminded when there's a new one.
And we will see you next week.